Welcome to the Tone Jerks Podcast. I'm your host, Brian Gower, and with me today we got...
Kyle McIntyre, like always.
Like always.
Except for the times I'm not here.
Except for... like always, but sometimes. All right, Kyle, what's new in your world? What is shaking? What is grooving?
All right, so I mentioned last week I got the grabber back. And for some reason, this bass just like wants me to play fingerstyle on it. So I've been like practicing.
Well, it has that like thumb rest thing on
there's
it.
that, right? I don't really use that. I'm putting my thumb like on one of the pickups.
Yeah.
You know, on the middle one.
Yeah.
And it feels pretty good. So I've been practicing that actually.
Oh, that's really cool. So like the 1, 2, 1, 2, 1,
yeah.
4.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm probably horrible still, but it feels more natural to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, you know, watching TV or something, I'm just like, you know, I'm just like kind of messing around. And that's been pretty cool. I mean, that bass also obviously pick. I mean, I'm probably going to play pick, but why not learn to play fingerstyle?
Yeah, or also
drop
just like
a pick. I mean, fuck.
the practicing on that.
Yeah.
No, that's...
It like screams to be played with finger.
No, that's really cool.
I don't know. Just trying to expand.
Yeah, and just to be able to do both. I think like
I'm old enough now where I could do both.
Yeah, you're not unfamiliar with the pick, so learning fingers you're like, I don't know how to do it now. You're like, yeah, I know enough about playing with the pick, but I think band practice you're like, yeah, I'm not gonna try and bust out fingers for this. It's like every once in a while I'd be like, oh cool. I think for me, if I'm like, yeah, same thing. If I miss a pick or whatever, or like kind of if I'm like want a little bit more control over like the note, I do fingerstyle. Because that's how I learned. I learned like from traditionally bass players play with fingers. So I learned just alternating, and I'm comfortable.
Sound like an informational video.
Yeah, and
it was
like
bass player
the bruising process.
Yeah, that's the bruising process.
I am fairly comfortable playing fingerstyle. I'm not super fast. Like for playing punk rock, I don't think I could get away with it that much. Like I would say, like you're not like Matt Friedman.
Yeah, I'm not
Freeman or whatever. When you're like brrr, like super crazy fast.
One day,
punk rock. There. I remember, like seeing like old MXPX videos and stuff like that. Like Mike Herrera used to play like MXPX songs with fingerstyle. I'm like,
jeez,
why? It would seem like those songs that when you're going like like just play with the pick. I don't think you needed to have the like that. Like, oh yeah, the accurate feel and sound of like the finger attack.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
It's a fun thing to do because it makes you play differently too. I bet.
Yeah, no, definitely, and I'm
maybe walking a little bit more, doing a little bit like.
I guess, yeah. Just it's a different way. I mean, I've never really done it before. I've just when I pick up a bass at a store, I'm like, fuck, I wish I had a pick.
Yeah,
but I think now I'm probably like, oh yeah, I could do that.
And I know Johnny's probably listening. He's like, yes, you idiots. That's what you're supposed to do. But I'm like, I feel like you have a little bit more, or you have a different type of control playing the bass. And because like bass is so different than guitar, because you want to have control of the sympathy notes of the other strings too. Yeah. You don't want them vibrating and stuff like that. So I feel like you have a lot more control of like what you're hitting, and you can mute the strings as you move to like, was it 1, 2, and 3? You put your thumb, you rest it on E, so the fourth string. You kind of can do that, and you can have a little bit more control over that vibration because especially the biggest string is going to vibrate the most.
Yeah,
because it has like
the biggest motion. In the ocean.
And no, that's cool. That's a lot of fun. I think it's always kind of that's to me. If I'm just like grabbing my bass and noodling, I go fingerstyle.
Really?
Yeah, because if I'm practicing something,
why don't you fucking tell me?
Yeah. I really like doing that. I always feel like I'm walking a lot more.
Yeah,
doing that too.
That's good. You gotta get your steps in.
Easy does it.
I mean, maybe I shouldn't. I mean, I'm talking about it. I haven't got it in yet, but I bought a bass neck. So I bought like a 50s style Fender, not a 50s neck. Yeah, I'd be bankrupt, but a
50s style.
50s style. It's like a reissue neck.
Yeah.
It's a Mexican neck. I'm not really.
Is it Mexican Fender? Or is it with like a...
No, yeah, it's a Mexican Fender neck.
It's not a Warmoth?
No. So It has everything on it. It has like the nice tuners.
Gotcha.
It's got I hope they're nice. I mean, they look like they're the bigger machine head style.
Gotcha. They're probably stock?
They look stock, but I mean, they're not like the Squire style where it's like a small gearbox.
Smaller, really small gear.
Yeah. So it's whatever. And I might change it out. It depends. But
yeah,
I got it.
Are pretty cool.
I got it for the Beadiora.
Yeah, so the base. Yeah, we didn't post pictures last time you were talking about it. But I guess maybe we'll wait until you get the neck in.
Yeah. It's like the vintage tint.
Yeah.
And that's what I was looking for. If I were to get like the vintage tint brand new one from Warmouth, it's like, oh, that's like a $600 base neck the way I wanted it. I'm like, all right, where's that bottom of the barrel again? So we'll see. I mean, it's a Mexican neck. If anything, if I don't like it, I have another base that needs it, so I can move it on to another base.
Yeah. And if you don't like the fit or feel of it.
Yeah, which I probably...
because you have a base body that is necklace.
Yeah.
It's just hanging out. You're like, well, I could go on that.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see. The guy's like, oh, player's so great. I'm like, why is it a neck then? Why is it only a neck?
Yeah, why'd you get rid of it?
Yeah, and I kind of have that, like, I don't know if it's, it's kind of like a gamble, I guess. You don't know if it's...
Reverb, eBay?
Yeah, reverb.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll see.
Yeah, that should be cool. I don't know. I really like my Mexican P-Bass. Yeah. Mine's like the standard Mexican P-Bass neck or whatever.
So I think I didn't even look at what the profile is.
It's maple.
Yeah, it's maple.
Maple fretboard, maple neck, yeah.
Can't go wrong, I don't think.
Does it have the truss rod adjustment at the headstock or the heel?
It's at the heel.
Okay, yeah, those are a bitch.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Well, I guess if it's like your bay, the American ones are nice because you don't have to take the whole neck off.
Mm-hmm.
But
you can adjust it right at the base, the very base, right? Right. Sorry.
Yeah, for the American ones. For my jazz bass, your precision bass, you
right at the pick guard, right where it meets the bottom of the neck.
Yeah, you just get the Allen
key and turn it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see. But it looks cool. But another thing that kind of pissed me off is the guy's like, I think I bought it Monday morning.
Uh-huh.
He's like, if you buy it, if you pay for it before 4, which I always pay for something, just because we went through the offer process.
Yeah,
like, oh, this, and this, and then his last message he accepted, and he's like, if you pay before 4:00, I'll put it in the mail today.
Mm-hmm.
I did, but he did not.
He lied.
Fucking liar.
It's now Thursday.
While we're sitting here, just like just like shooting the shit, I got a message. Oh, tracking info has been added. I'm like, still hasn't left.
So it's 3 days.
Yeah.
What a liar.
I'm gonna look and see what the tracking says. But yeah, I got an email. Tracking info has been added to your reverb. I'm like, okay, we'll see if it's still in Texas.
I would dock a star.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not afraid of docking stars.
Oh yeah.
You gave a guy 1 star for an Uber once.
And I wish it could be lower.
He's driving around. Yeah, that was the Comic-Con Uber, which you couldn't blame the guy, but also you could.
You could drive like a decent human being.
Yeah, he was cutting people off and kind of driving like an asshole.
Fuck.
Even before we got into the muck.
Dude, I was in when I did my trip to San Francisco.
Yeah.
I did the same thing to someone.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You never said this when you had a shitty Uber driver?
Fuck, man. She was driving crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And we're driving residential streets and she's going like
bad at
15 miles an hour over the speed limit. Okay.
Reckless.
She was overtaking cars on like, cars driving maybe a little bit under the speed limit. She would go around and then someone's crossing, like someone's already feet in the road. Yeah. And since she was driving so fast, she just moved over and went right through the intersection. I'm like, what the fuck is your problem?
Jesus Christ.
If that person was running, you probably would have, let's say they were on a jog.
Yeah.
You probably would have killed them or hit them. I don't know. And then in the same drive, she stopped at a stop sign and then took off. She went and the car it was only a 2-way stop. It was not an all-way.
Yeah.
And so the car that was coming down the hill had to slam on their brakes.
Damn.
This is all in one Uber ride, and it wasn't even that far.
Damn. That could have.
Man, that pissed me off. And so I didn't just give her 1 star. I went and I filed like a report, and I wrote down all the shit that she did.
You Karen'd her.
Yeah, she was on the phone while she was. I could hear her talking.
Oh yeah, that's a no go.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so she wasn't on. She didn't have her hand up.
Yeah,
but you're still distracted.
Yeah,
if that's not working for you, you can't do it. And the companies I've worked for, you can't even talk on the phone at all.
Yeah,
even if it's hand free.
Even pick up your phone
because something. Yeah,
you can't do anything. You can't. Yeah,
something with the way that the human mind works is like you visualize the person that you're talking to sometimes. Mm. And you're not paying it. Your full attention is on the road. Sorry, there's a lot of
driving is a privilege, not a right.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, I went out and I filed a full report and
let them fucking have it.
But I was just thinking about that the other day. I got an email from Uber that's like, "Oh, we have a new policy if you think your driver's impaired." I'm like, I haven't gotten even a message back about that report. I should probably look into that.
Yeah.
I'm pulling a Karen. I get it, but that
really
still pissed me off. Like we felt like our lives were in danger multiple times. It wasn't even like once like, oh shit, I'm sorry. It's like almost got hit by another car. We almost ran over people. We overtook, which someone could have pulled out and
they could have compromised the cast.
Yeah.
I would have been like, shit.
Could have Richie Valen me real quick.
This would have big boppered out, dude.
And
then I would have to go on YouTube and just Bud Dwyer out.
Yeah. you just sell.
End it all. Anyways.
Yeah. I did get some more stuff, I guess, for Black Friday.
Oh, Black Friday deal. So this is the after Black Friday deal.
Yeah.
Black Friday, Thanksgiving. How was your Thanksgiving?
It's good.
Yeah. So
I worked that day actually.
Yeah, I remember you saying
crazy downpour.
Did you have a busy day?
No, it wasn't that bad. But like, I got called out. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go there. Drove like not even 2 miles.
Yeah.
And downpour, just crazy. And I'm like, okay, well, it's gonna get to the house, and so I'm gonna tell Carrie, okay, be careful. The
storms are coming.
Batten down the hatches. So
Carrie's like, oh shit.
Well, because she had asked, like, oh, what's the weather?
So all she does is shut the window.
She locks the door. The door that's already closed just locks it.
Yeah,
like that's
like the wind's gonna be like, well, we're not coming around this house.
Forgot my key. So drove to La Jolla, which is not that far away.
Yeah.
Absolute downpour. I could not see. It was so I couldn't drive like the speed limit. I had to drive like 20 miles under the speed limit to drive. My wind, like you're like turning your wipers up faster and like
nothing's happening.
That's it. I'm like, okay.
Oh God, just unrelated. But remember that one time we were in the fog? I totally stepped on you. Sorry. But the fog with like Eric Lucero from Johnny's band. It was Eric, Johnny, you and I went to go just like hang out and play like arcade games at this bar. Arcade. Man. It was like free games and just we just drank.
Yeah.
And so
going there was fine.
Eric was like DD, and then we're like cool, and we're like totally no problem. We were like hanging out. We got it's like that's all right, cool. We had our fill here.
Eric was stone cold sober.
Yeah, we're like okay, cool. So no problem with that. And we're like okay, we killed fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We killed that game. I'm like okay, I think we're done here, boys. Let's get out of here. And we go. It's like fog. You could not see anything. We're like we don't even know where the road is.
Yes,
and we're like,
and the street lights illuminated. Like,
and
just spread the light even. It made it worse. It was like that yellow.
It wasn't like
yellow street lights.
Yeah, it was just like a big diffuser ball around the light. You're like, I can't see anything. Yeah. And now I'm like,
it felt like you're in a balloon or something, looking out, trying to.
He navigated pretty good and got us home. We were like, dude, we could. We would have big boppered out, dude, right then. Dude, seriously, Johnny, you and I, and Eric, the cast would have been done. Yeah. And we were like driving so anyways. That reminded me of that. So you can't see anything. We're like,
good luck. You just tap him on the shoulder. Go get don't him. Kill us.
Go get him, pal.
Yeah. I'm back here super drunk.
Eric, we were all drunk, and then Eric is like, Jesus Christ. Anyway,
so I get to wherever I'm going, talking to the customer, and I'm like, how long's it been raining here? And they're like, oh, it's been raining for 45 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck? It's been like torrential rain 2 miles away, and it has not moved. Yeah. It's just there,
stuck. That's the hub.
And things were flooding.
It's
like
a hubbub, bub.
Things were flooding. Businesses or their alarms are going off. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like flood set an alarm off or something, or the rain's been pretty gnarly here. I had
you see a bunch of like animals 2x2 going somewhere. You're like, where the fuck are you guys going?
Hey, bring me back a sandwich. So I guess this is unrelated to, but I had the rain knocked out power at another customer's place.
Oh dang!
And it like fried something on.
So would you go to like Doc Brown and just connect the
pretty
power?
Much. I had to bypass the equipment because it like stopped the machine from working.
Oh,
so I had to like cut things, put wires together. Yeah. I guess, but for Black Friday.
Did you buy anything?
I did. I got like clothes, mainly clothes.
No gear.
No, actually.
Nothing caught your.
No.
You didn't like those walrus flower petals?
They're okay, but
they're cool. They're classy looking, but I'm like,
they're not different enough. I guess they look like wallpaper to me.
I think that was kind of what they're going for, is that look.
Yeah.
Aesthetic type of look. It's like
I would have gone for that Lillian, I guess, but I rather have a more.
I rather have like the regular Lillian is cool graphic. It is a cool graphic. I'm like, it's cool graphic.
The graphic cool.
Ew, cool. I like it. I sound like a moron.
Well,
that's par for the course here. You know what I'm saying?
Wait in the jerk line.
Wait in room here. But yeah, no. I mean, I wanted like a cool graphic for that Lillian. God damn, I'm not gonna say that name again. The phaser pedal that they have.
The Lillian.
I wanted. Yeah, a cool graphic for Halloween. They did the Iron Horse, which is a cool one, like comic booky, like movie, like style.
But I don't know.
But I mean, it's like, their distortion rat pedal or whatever.
Well, when did they do a special release for the Julia?
No,
it was just like, all right, here it is. Yeah. It wasn't like, oh, it's Halloween, so
because they
kind of
do that with it's like a zombie, character or whatever, some like a And so I thought they would do that for like like a I don't know, like a skeleton.
It looks cool.
If
it pops up,
I'm sure they'll do. They do special editions, so maybe they'll do another one for the Lillian. And that's what I'm
gonna hit him up. Like, yo, what the fuck? I got some fuck. I'm a
make a zombie waifu, fam. Idiots.
Yeah.
And they're like, blocked.
We're influencers, so
they just go block.
Influence this.
I got something for you, pal.
Yeah, so I got like shirts and clothes. I mean, those are clothes, I guess.
Yeah.
I got pants. Good deals on pants. My, my pants. I like my tactical pants.
Yeah, super tactical. It was a Black Rifle Division. Is that what you just like bought like a shit ton of that stuff?
Not a shit ton, but
you got a new hat.
Yeah, so this is a new hat,
new shirt.
New shirt. I'm wearing them. I'm wearing it already.
Oh, I'm shining.
I'm branded up.
I'm out here shining.
I got two hats actually. I wear one for work that I just take the patch off.
Yeah, the other one was beat.
Yeah.
It was like brown. It looked like a UPS driver hat.
Yeah. It was blue. It was blue.
Yeah. The sun beat.
Should probably see about dying and put in the hot bucket of water or whatever.
Or you just probably toss it.
That's probably a better idea.
That's probably a better idea. It's like, this one's done.
Yeah, I don't know. Nothing crazy. I don't know. What about you? What do you got?
I did buy some stuff for Black Friday or Cyber Monday or whatever. That's all just so
it's all the same shit because it's like, Black Friday now starts on the Monday before.
I got an email at Guitar Center. Cyber Monday deal extended. I'm like, it's fucking Thursday.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a week after Thanksgiving. Come on.
Didn't like it.
Yeah. And I'm like, whatever. I bought some joggers.
Oh.
Some Adidas.
Following suit.
I'm wearing them right now, actually. Yeah. Oh, man. This is the life, man. Just like, track pants and joggers is what I bought. So I bought a pair of track pants, which I don't like as much as the joggers. They're a little bit more comfortable because these have zippers at the legs, which I was like, I said, cross-legged Indian style, I guess. I guess because you're just like appropriating your own culture.
I thought it was from India, the India style.
I don't know. I guess either way, I'm appropriating that culture. Then
Yeah.
I'm appropriating somebody. Somebody can get offended
By you drinking that Miller Lite, you're appropriating my culture. I don't like it.
I don't like it. Not in my America.
Punch you in the nose.
Oh, punch it in the nose. So I bought these. I'm super stoked on them. They're super comfortable. I'm digging it. I went on Monday because it was cold over the weekend, and I was like, dude, I need something other than basketball shorts to wear. I'm like, I could easily just wear jeans around, but
you don't wanna.
When you want to be a fat lazy slob, you want to wear athletic clothes.
No, I heard athleisure.
Athleisure, yeah, there you go. So that was the jam. So I went on Monday on my day off to be like, oh, just go to Kohl's, and I'm like, dude, it was like bonkers in there.
Yeah, why would you go there?
Because I thought that's where they have.
That's where all the deals are.
No, they have like I assumed that they would have, Adidas track pants and joggers, and they did, and they had them for a good deal. But it wasn't too busy in there, but it looked like a bomb went off.
Oh fuck! Like everything's off the racks.
I basically dug. I was like, I picked up a couple of things in a pile of. That's one of the reasons why I bought a pair of joggers and a pair of track pants is because I couldn't find the same. Pair. Of like, I'm like, so in track pants I'm a small, in joggers I'm a medium.
Yeah,
and I tried them both on. I'm like, all right, they both fit the same.
And I'm already standing in line trying on clothes.
Yeah. Sir, this is a return line. Oh, you need to stand.
You're trying out your clothes in the line.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Just drop trout.
Sir, you can't do that here. Sir, please leave.
Excuse me. I'm on the fucking phone. I was listening to a podcast. I'm on the fucking phone. Anyway, so that's why I bought two different pairs, and they seem to work out. So I'm super stoked. Man, I'm gonna wear joggers, and like when I go to NAMM, I'm gonna look like the biggest slob. Like going up to different booths and stuff like that.
I mean, I feel like we should just do that.
We should just do that all the time. We
should get. Well, okay. If we were to get all track suits,
I think that's the way to go.
Should we get all the same color?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if we didn't, either way works. Because if we went up there
all red or something.
Yeah, dude. I think if we went there, it would look
like
fucking
such a tool.
Like a fucking baller, dude.
Oh,
I'm just gonna look like a fucking idiot because I'm gonna be wearing fucking just like, sneakers, track pants, and an anime shirt, and people are like, Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, I'm representing the Tone Jerks podcast. I'm like, yeah, this is exactly what I thought you would look like.
You missed Dragon Con last week.
It's exactly what I thought you'd look like.
No, anyways. I got shoes too, actually.
Okay.
So like shoes I've been eyeballing for like almost 2 years. I was like, fuck, I'm just going to get
big buildup, I guess.
I know. I'm just going to get them. I just bought 2 pair. I've never tried them on.
I need to fucking satiate myself.
I need a home for my feet.
Yeah.
So anyways.
What'd you get?
They're called Altamas.
Okay.
And they're tactical shoes.
Tactical shoes?
Yeah. This is tack leisure.
Oh, wait, no. This is new style I'm going for. Athleisure and tack leisure.
They're just comfortable to me. It's not like I'm out on the weekends doing...
Wait, were these the camo ones you sent me?
Maybe. They're black. They're like the black multicam. So I got one. Hold on. Yeah, one's high top.
They're camo, like murdered out camo. Like your feet are gonna disappear. You're not
I
gonna
feel
know
like
where
I'm 12 years old in these things.
I've never owned camo anything.
Yeah.
I think I always wanted to when I was a teenager.
Well, we'll see how it looks. We'll see. I'm probably gonna like kill it with these.
You're fucking stunting.
Yeah, I got the high top version. So they're like a just slightly thicker than like
Converse.
Gotcha. So they have padding on them, but they're not like Osiris padding.
Because you're not.
Oh man, I should buy a pair of Osiris.
That would be a perfect add-on if I wore Osiris's with like my anime shirt and track pants. People would be like, Jesus,
with wallet chain
on a track pants.
So I got the high top version. There's a canvas style shoe. in the multicam.
Yeah.
Dark multicam.
The camo is fucking stupid.
Shut the fuck up. I like the way that's the reason why that caught my eye.
That's cool.
My wife wouldn't let me get the tan ones.
Oh, so you wanted actual like
they were very tan. Well, not tan camo. I didn't like the way those ones looked.
They have tan camo?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the
Tamo.
It's the tan multicam. This is I got the black multicam.
Man.
And then I got the low top all black.
Okay.
And you're like, oh, those are gonna be also stupid.
That's fine.
But they're cool. I mean,
I always wanted like camo cargo shorts. Dude, when I was
just cargo shorts.
Camo cargo shorts. Dude, when I was in high school, I wanted those so bad, but I think I was just too much of a puss. Yeah. To just like, I should do this and like,
commit to the bit.
Own it. Because I wanted like, to me, that was like punk rock. A lot of people wore like camo,
Yeah.
You wear that with studded belts and like wallet chains and stuff like that.
I picture something that like Henry Rollins would wear.
Yeah. And I was like, that's so sick. And I was like, nah, I bought Dickies. I'm like, nah, I'm just going to stick with this. I bought a pair of Dickies at like freshman year and I stuck with that until like yesterday.
So they've been replaced? No, they're just back in the drawer.
No, I still have 3 or 4 pairs of
from high school.
From high school, yeah.
Fuck.
I was fat, lost weight, and then
I'm back, baby.
I'm ballooning up again.
They were loose fitting for a while.
So I'm like the size of like a fat 14-year-old Brian. Now I'm a little slimmer than that.
Just it's redistributed somewhere else.
Yeah. Just all gut. Anyway, jeez, no body shaming over here. But anyways, so that was one thing that I bought on Black Friday, Cyber Monday on knowingly, and it was a deal. It was like $25.
Unknowingly?
It was $25. And I was like, yeah, for these pants. I was like, fuck yes, dude. I bought 3 pairs.
Should have bought a jacket with it.
I was thinking about it, but they didn't have any of the actual track jacket looking ones. They had like hoodies, and I'm like, that's not what I'm going for.
No,
fuck that. I ain't fucking deal with this.
I'll get one when I'm fucking sponsored by Adidas.
Pull them all off the rack and throw them on the ground. I don't want anything.
But it looks like the rest of the store.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm just helping you guys out. Continuity. Anyways, so this wasn't a Black Friday deal, but it was something that I bought earlier, and I am really, really loving it. It's something that you're already doing. I bought a monitor. Computer monitor, like an actual one that sits on my desk. So when I'm my workflow and stuff like that, when I'm either doing, audio editing or like, the video stuff that I'm trying to do, or just even just like working on, drawing and stuff like that. Having, I got so used to having a bigger screen with the TV that's mounted. Yeah. It's a Samsung 32. And I'm like, looking at that is way cooler than a 15-inch laptop screen. So I've been so used to working on that. And dude, it like kills my neck and back and how I'm looking, because it's like kind of mounted up higher, and it's kind of.
Did that pain go all the way down to your crack too?
Yeah,
your neck and your back and your booty and your crack.
Crack in your back, step on a crack. What are we doing here?
It's a song. It's a really bad song.
Oh, it's bad to the bone.
Yeah, that kind.
Not
your mother's song.
But anyways, it was just like, oh my god, it was like something that I was like, I should just do this. So I ended up buying, 27-inch monitor. So it's pretty big in my head, but it's smaller than yours, I guess.
I mean, that's still awesome.
Well, yeah, mine's pretty big. Got 10 inches on you, pal. But it's, I'm like, it's so, I'm like super stoked on working on the computer and like, kind of, either doing audio editing. It's a lot easier on my neck. I'm like, man, I was a fucking moron. Because what I had is like my 4-space rack on top with like the Focusrite and Fractal and stuff like that in there, and with the laptop on there. And I really was rarely using the laptop screen anymore. And then like all my work was being done on the TV. And I'm like, this is so stupid. Anyway, so I switched it and got a monitor. I like bit the bullet and did that. I'm like, it's like, so I'm like thinking, I'm like,
you bited it.
I bited the bullets. And I was just like, it's so stupid to think. I'm like, who wants to buy a fucking computer monitor, dude?
Yeah.
It sucks. Stupid. Once you do it, you're like, damn, this is shit.
I want one. I want another one.
And then in doing that, I bought a really boring thing that is actually cool, and it's helped my workflow a little bit better too is I bought a Thunderbolt 3 dock. So from Cal Digit. So it's basically go one Thunderbolt port out of my MacBook into this, and I have like 5 or 6 USBs. I have 2 USB-Cs. I have another Thunderbolt deal. I can charge the thing out of this. I can plug. Basically, I was doing Dongle City, and I was doing like think of like the Acme boom 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 mag, like hands going. And if I needed to power
a Tesla with this,
I needed to change, and it's powered, so it'll go and like do all this stuff.
That's cool.
So I can go a bunch of Thunderbolt stuff in there. So I only really, if I wanted to work on my computer, I only really need like 2 cables going out of it now instead of like 4. I had up to 4 before.
Well, like there's not many there's not many ports on that thing.
No, it's only 4 Thunderbolt 3s.
That's crazy.
Which is cool that they're Thunderbolt 3s.
Yeah.
And then I have crazy a headphone out on that thing.
Okay, yeah, that's to say it's probably a headphone somewhere.
Yeah, so it's cool. I'm digging that. So my workflow is a lot easier because I'm like, if I want to, I can constantly have my Fractal plugged in via USB. I can also have my Thunderbolt Focusrite plugged in. I can have the
nice.
Samsung TV plugged in. I can have the all these like speakers, all that stuff like plugged in, and then I can just I can easily plug in my because I have to have that iLock for Pro Tools. I can plug that into the front of this port. It's cool. So it's like just cleaning up my desk area to make it more of like a conducive to work, which I would hope helps that I put out more stuff and that I do more stuff either for the podcast, the band, and work and whatever. It's just like barrier to entry. I've always said like it's kind of not there, and I'm really liking my desk setup and my studio in-house thing that I got going on.
Yeah,
the desk is a hand-me-down, I'm assuming, from you.
Yeah.
I took it from the Jerk Lounge here, and I haven't given it back. You have since bought a new desk.
Yeah, bastard.
It's cool, and it fits. It's a good size, but it just looks whack.
Yeah,
it's very, very like you.
It's not the coolest looking table.
No, it looks like a
fucking 90s
desk from a college.
Yeah, exactly.
Like not a dorm, but like college, like classroom.
Yeah,
because like the fake laminate desktop or whatever, and it's like, but it's the right
has
size.
That silver edge. The
fake rubber edge or whatever. It looks like shit. Oh, whatever. I'm gonna deal with it until I'm not gonna drop another couple $100 on a desk right now.
I mean, I paid, I think under 120 for the one I have.
Yeah,
and so I customized what I wanted.
Your desk is really big, but I don't have the space for a desk that big. Anyway, so it's like there's stuff that I've been looking at, but I'm gonna worry about that later because I'm like that's a 100% in all the stuff was I want, but I don't need that.
Yeah, and
the desk is really sturdy and it's cool for what it is right now. It just doesn't look the nicest.
How do you have the monitor sitting on what?
On the desk.
Okay.
And then I have my studio monitors on those SoundRise Pro things. Mm-hmm. They were doing a Black Friday, Cyber Monday thing, which is already passed, but I think our code still works. Like you could use that. Like I love those things. They're so great. Like they sit really well. I'm like, I know we talked about it on the episode 89, 98 or whatever the hell it was that we did.
Yeah.
They're so fucking sick. I
use mine every day.
Yeah. I'm loving the space underneath. I have like my drives on one side. I have like my Super Nintendo underneath on the other side. And it's just cool to have like clean up the desk area. Damn. I'm super stoked on it. But if you want to, check out SoundRise Pro and maybe try our promo code if it still works. So
let us know.
Yeah. 15% off the SoundRise Pro monitor stands. If you don't remember what we were talking about, check out SoundRise Pro on Instagram. It's basically like this simple idea of just lifting your monitors and having storage space underneath and for cables and stuff like that and whatever.
It's super clean because it's like one piece of aluminum, I think it is.
Yeah, and it's just like it lifts your monitors if you have like 5-inch monitors or whatever. If you have the big old jumbos, I don't think they can handle all that weight. Yeah. I'm sure they're working on other ones, but yeah, Kyle and I both have them, and this is not a plug. They're not paying us. Yeah. But I'm like, shit, those things are so tight. I'm like looking at my desk. I'm like, I think it would be like gram perfect if it wasn't for the desk itself.
Just get a tablecloth.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, there you go.
Maybe get the ones that not the ones that hang over.
I want to get a plaid one.
All right, get like the stretchy. Have you seen those where they're like
a book cover?
Yeah, like that. But you put it over and it's like spandex.
I'll have to check that out. But I'm like, yeah.
Or maybe it'll just cover over. I don't know. Or just tape up a tablecloth.
Yeah,
plaid would look really fucking.
I was just
stupid.
kidding. I would think that'd be kind of cool, but also like that would not work.
It's in my head now. I'm like, God, that looks
You're just
really
like
dumb.
What? But yeah, the promo code. Did we say it?
Just get a body pillow and cut the anime ones. And
yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. Need more waifus for the studio.
All right. That was dumb.
No, the promo code is jerks for 15% off their stands. Yeah. If it doesn't work, tell them like, hey, try this out.
I mean, either way, you win. If you don't have the promo code or not, it's still a bitchin' product.
Yeah. I was like, Kyle and I both use them, and we were actually like, oh yeah, it's something that where you're like thinking of like, oh yeah, is this really a cool idea? Oh wait, no, it's like once you like use it and set it up, I'm like, oh cool. So, all right, so we're gonna do another topic. Kyle, you wanted to bring this one up. You kind of like
we've done like one brand pedal rigs or pedal boards.
Yeah.
And I don't know. This was in my head today. I'm like, what brand like encompasses all types, like all stages of a rig? And I was like, okay, maybe we could
get like guitar.
Yeah, guitar.
Amp,
pedal
and
effects,
pedals.
yeah.
So you can only
and shirts, clothing.
Oh yeah, I'm just kidding. Lifestyle brand.
I didn't go that far, I guess, but I don't know. I think though we can't talk about the big one. We can't do Fender.
Yeah,
because Fender has that one's like the easy one.
I think we've talked about it before about like brands who kind of. Venture out from their main deal.
Yeah.
And then they, some like people do like, oh, like, Wampler does pedals really well, but their amp is like,
yeah.
Yeah. And then, that was like a topic we've done. And so this is kind of maybe like a takeoff on that. And then one that we've mentioned before, it's like, okay, the big one, yes, Fender. That's a cop out and easy one for this topic. I'm like, oh yeah, Fender.
That was immediately the first one I thought of, and I'm like,
really great guitars. They make really great amplifiers. They make okay pedals. I think their pedals are
they're probably good.
They're good from what I hear, and I just have no interest in checking those out.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's an easy way to be like, oh, I have a killer rig. So it's like that's a blaring one that Kyle and I both said. It's like,
yeah. We had to try on this.
Yeah, try not to like just suck the life out of this topic. Okay, so. We each chose a brand.
Yeah.
And do you want to go with that first? But also like we had a list of like other brands that do
everything.
Like possible other rigs. Yeah. So
like where let's say you got endorsed and you had to do everything.
Yeah, or something like that. Or just it would be a fun thing and be like, oh, what if you were like a super fanboy or fan?
Yeah, there's that too.
Fangirl of this brand. And you're like, oh, I'm gonna do only this thing.
Yeah.
And there's a brand here that I'm a super fan of some of their stuff, but not all of their stuff. So let's do you want to kick it off since you got it?
All right. So
what's the brand that you chose?
One I chose
what's your whole rig?
So I picked Dunnable. So your face like who? So
totally, I have a list of a bunch, and I totally didn't even think about that.
Yeah, when you were like talking, I'm like, all right, he didn't get that one. This is gonna be fucking great.
I got this one. I got a
all right. So they have the Ultra Mega Amp, which is like I remember seeing it at NAMM, and I was like, okay, does that thing actually exist, or did they just slap their name
on something?
It? But it does. I saw one on Reverb.
Yeah,
like $2,000 for the head.
Okay,
but yeah, I mean, I don't know how it sounds. But I know their guitars are really cool.
And their pedals are bitchin'. Yeah.
Yeah, so they have 3 pedals also. They have the distorter, they have a delay, and they have like a multi-overdrive pedal.
What's the Eldritch Blast? I don't remember.
I don't think that's Dunnable, though.
I thought it was Dunnable. Oh, you know what? Totally wrong on that. It wasn't Eldritch Blast. That's a totally different thing. I'm thinking of the Dunnable Splatter Blaster.
Yeah, that's
I was
the
thinking of Blast and
dirt
like
pedal.
Yeah, and I was like running through my head. No, like these are the ones that Johnny owns. And
Baja Blast, And then
fuck! You should just fucking get a Baja Blast instead.
It's probably way cheaper
Instead of a Tunnable. Well, get a Baja Blast.
It's like a dual fuzz and like a overdrive or something. Don't quote me, but
don't at me.
Their guitars are pretty sick.
Yeah,
actually.
I know
they're R2s. I think I really like the R2s.
Yeah, they definitely have some that are like, I don't know, it's like Gibson inspired, but more like, I don't know.
They have the headstocks are similar, I guess, but they're offset a little bit.
Yeah, I like those a lot. I like 3-3 headstocks.
Yeah,
but I know the Gibson ones look great, but like they're just a design flaw entirely.
Tuning and with droppability.
Yeah. Although I don't know if you could take like a PRS and drop it and that would still stand.
Yeah.
Who knows?
We'll try it.
I don't think people are going to try that.
Let's do the Silver Sky, the one that's like $15,000.
No, that one's not expensive.
Well, his one.
Oh, his. I gotcha.
I'd like to take anything from that guy and break it.
I want to look at it.
Including his soul.
I want to break his soul.
What do you got?
Okay, so I chose Vox.
All right.
So, so I would do AC30.
Mm-hmm.
Duh. That's kind of like, kind of out there, no duh.
Don't overdo it.
Yeah. Yeah, going outside the box there with that one. It's, I'd probably, I don't know, do hand wired or whatever. Or maybe I would do one, whatever. I don't know if hand wireds have tremolo and reverb. Whatever has tremolo and reverb, I would do one of those. I know like Marshall made them at one point. So maybe if those had, made in the UK ones with whatever, blue speakers, Celestian Blues. So I would do that. And then they had really cool guitars.
Yeah.
And they also make really shitty looking guitars. So
I have to check those out.
I chose for the guitar, I chose the Bulldog. So I think it was a 1966 one. It has like a little Bigsby type thing. It's made in Italy, and it was like very much in the style of like those Mosrite guitars. So it had 3 pickups. It had like a slant, like offset one, and kind of like Stratty kind of sounds, stuff like that. And I think it looks badass. Looks super cool. I'm like, damn, that's Vox. And then they also did the Teardrop one, so it was like basically like a teardrop looking guitar. And they did the Phantom, which is more of like a. Say you had like was it a home plate like kind of like thing,
like
but
baseball
like,
home plate,
yeah,
okay.
But like you distorted it a little bit, and you kind of dragged it to one side.
Okay,
that's what it kind of looks like to me. And they also so that's what the Phantom looks like. It's cool. Teardrop I think looks kind of dumb, but the dumbest one is their newest one that they currently make is the Starstream. It's like a modeling guitar. It looks so fucking dumb. It like has like space in between it, and it has like this like
what?
It looks like you took like with the hockey stick paddles, like literal ones, and you kind of use those for the wings of the guitar, and then it has like space in between like the middle like
oh Jesus, yeah.
Doesn't look like shit.
It's like they're like, okay, well this is the essential part of the guitar that we need, and then someone's like, well, how are you going to play it if you're sitting down? You want to put it on your knee. Yeah. Oh, we'll just add this.
Like the little wings there look like, don't they look like hockey stick? Like,
yeah.
Or like
they look like modern art, like noodles you see outside of a museum or something.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's not a huge, I'm not a big fan of that one. But they also did the Super Lynx one, Deluxe, which is a semi-hollow. So it's very much like an 335 look.
Okay.
And those are cool, but I would choose the Bulldog as the guitar. And then I would probably use, like I said, a built-in trem and reverb or whatever on the Vox.
Yeah.
But they did some really cool pedals that you can still get.
Yeah.
One of the biggest ones was the Delay Lab, which is kind of like their, DL4 timeline mix. It has like, Is
that why they call it Delay Lab DL? Come on.
That's...
Come on.
Well, I don't think Line 6 knew that like years after they put out their product, they'd be like, I think Vox is going to put out something called Delay Lab. We should call it DL.
Yeah.
Oh, they wanted their pedal on the DL,
yeah.
the lowdown, the DL, down low. Anyways, keep on going. It's like a super delay pedal. It's obviously it's bigger form factor.
Yeah,
it's about the same size as a DL4, maybe a little bit smaller, but it's bigger than a Timeline, bigger than a DD500.
Yeah,
it's like delay computer. It's like so many different delays. It's like the one. I know. Buddy Sean Tolley has one, and he swears by it. It's like this is like they go for pretty cheap for how powerful and how good they sound. So I would get one of those because your boy likes delay, and I'm sure you can get some modulated sounds out of that shit. And then Vox Classic Wah, they're a very popular one. Yeah. So it's almost like the
chrome top.
Yeah. I'd get one of those because you gotta have a wah.
Wow.
A what?
Wow, wow,
wow. Wah, baby.
Wow, wow, chicka, wow, wow, chicka, chicka, chicka. You had to let me finish too.
I'm like, yep, let him finish it. Finish it. And then they made a lot of shit with Joe Satriani.
Why?
I don't know.
He's the man.
He was a PV guy and an Ibanez guy.
Yeah.
And then he also dipped his feet into Vox, and then he also did fucking with those weird Planet Waves cables and straps and shit like that. Like the guy was all over the place. I'm sure he still is.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what the fuck? This guy just did
He's a salesman, Brian.
No, he's
just selling all this shit.
Going from port to port.
Not a sailor.
Oh. We used that joke last time. Anyways, I would do the Joe Satriani overdrive. So the JSOD Ice 9. It's a overdrive and boost. Because I think with getting the amp a little crunchy there on the AC30 and putting that in front of it, you can get some good tones. And then that was all I would choose, but they have a lot of like researching this. I remember they have a ton of tube pedals where they have a big glass tube in their fucking pedal. I'm like, I don't think we ever talked about that, but I know a lot of people did. It's like that's such a marketing gimmick.
Yeah.
I know they had like their effects lab or whatever pedal, or it was like almost like a multi-effects thing that had a tube in it. And I'm like, I don't think that tube is actually.
Yeah, because your multi-effects would probably be digital, right?
Yeah, but why are they going through a tube? So I know like they've talked about like companies would just put a light behind the tube to be like, it's glowing.
Because like to get those tubes actually working, you have to hit it with I think a lot of power,
like a lot of volts. I think like hundreds of volts.
It depends. I mean, I don't really know.
From what I've heard, it's like it's just like you can get it to where it just starves the tube, and you can get it to like a weird sag. But I'm like, to get the tube to actually do any preamp kind of stuff, it needs a lot more voltage. So anyway, I wouldn't choose any of those. But I remember I saw a lot of those in this whole search. So that's my rig, and that's your rig. But there were other brands like we mentioned. So any honorable or dishonorable mentions there? Or some that didn't make our cut?
I mean, I know Sir. I mean,
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir. Yes. Damn.
Sure.
Totally.
Yeah, they have... I really don't know anything about their amps.
They make Pete Thorne amps.
Yeah.
I know that.
Shit.
They do a lot of Marshall-y kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then the Pete Thorne thing is like...
Obviously the Riot. And then what's that blue one they have?
Is it the Sheba?
Yeah, the Sheba Drive or something.
Is that I think what it is? So it's more of like it's a lower gain thing.
They have a lot of pedals actually.
Really? I guess those are the only ones I really
at least when I was looking at their website, they had like, when I say a lot, I mean under 10.
They have like
they have like 3.
Yeah. But yeah, no, they have the Pete Thorne amp, 2 of them. So the Lunchbox one, and then they have the PT15 or whatever, which I think is
combos.
Right? Yeah, they do combos as well. They do
heads.
Cabs and heads and all that stuff. They have a lot of Marshall inspired stuff.
Yeah. And their guitars are pretty cool looking. Actually.
Yeah, they're very I'm like, damn, they're cool. Yeah. They do like Jazzmaster
style. They do obviously your S's and your T's.
Yeah.
And your J and your B's. Is that the name of the episode?
That got me so good. Oh, fuck. We need to do video because your face was so insulted. Fuck. Oh, damn. That was fucking stupid.
Yeah, all the
and then you got the Pete Thorne signature, which is kind of like a Strat.
It's like a solo style.
It's like a Strat and Les Paul shoved together.
Oh,
and then
they single cut? Is that what it is?
No, it's a double cut.
Oh.
It's like a Strat shaped Les Paul.
Huh?
This is his kind of thing. It's
is
cool.
It carved top?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then they do I think they do like kind of their take on Les Paul too.
All right.
Yeah. So Sir is cool. I can dig that. That's for sure. I had okay, this is what I alluded to earlier. Love the shit out of some orange amps.
This might be a road we've been down before.
But it's like that, and we've said it before, but I'm like, I wouldn't choose an orange rig because one, they don't make guitars, so okay.
Good.
But you could be a bass player because they have really great bass amps.
Yeah.
Go on and on about the Terror stuff. We love that.
And they have pedals that
Obi-Wan
get you by.
Would be really cool because it's solid state, great sounding bass amp, 500 watts.
Mm-hmm.
Bingo. Pretty reliable there. And then AD200. Yo, that's the one. That's one I really, really want. Can't afford it right now. Not going to get it. But the bass is just fucking garbage.
Okay.
It looks like your Photoshop jobs that you do on your phone.
Yeah.
Like Kyle gets these ideas of what his is he's doing his parts casters or whatever.
Which they don't look that bad. Jesus. It might look better.
It might actually look better than the actual finished product put out for sale.
Like a crayon drawing of like when you watch like a TV show and they try to avoid like copyright.
Yeah.
That's the bass. That's the bass that you have there.
Yeah, it's so shitty. Short scale.
And it's
with a P bass.
It's also cheap feeling. It's not just like
it's cheap looking.
It's cheap looking and cheap feeling.
I've never even picked one up because I'm just so disgusted.
Yeah, they don't feel good. They feel like a shitty Squire, like shitty, like lightweight Squire.
But why would they do that? I don't know. You can get the cabs matching with the head, and then they have orange cables too.
You know, everyone makes mistakes, Brian.
That's why they put erasers
even the
on
perfect
pencils.
ones. Yeah. That's why they put garbage cans outside of the orange factory.
Yeah, just
for
that
the
right in the trash. Let's see. Do you have another one? Got a list going on.
I wrote down Music Man, but I realized like I couldn't find any effects, but Ernie Ball isn't really.
No, I guess Ernie Ball and Music Man. Okay, that's
we talked about this earlier.
Are they the same thing? They are the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Is it gonna fly?
I'll let it fly.
All right.
I'll let it slide.
So I do some EB. Get some Stingrays, both the basses and
the guitars,
cutlasses.
Yeah.
I love all of those. I don't like their super metal looking basses.
Yeah,
I think they're like
the bongo basses.
Bongo bass was a fucking stupid ass name.
It looks whatever. More for you, I guess.
It's like it's rounded, but it's round and then it's got like super sawn off edges.
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
Looks like super. Looks like a spork that you broke off the
like super
prongs.
New metal. I don't know. But
no, I mean okay.
amps. I don't really know. I know they exist.
Do they make bass ones?
I don't think so.
I know they make like
they might make like combos, but they don't make heads. I don't think.
I know they make like the HD. I think what they're called. They used to make ones where it was like a 2 preamp solid state amps, which I think a lot of people really like. I think, Will Lehue has one. Anyway, I know people love them. I know our like a couple of friends of ours who play bands locally love them because they're like 175 watts. They're solid state with the 2 preamp. That's all you need. It's way more, a little bit more reliable than your tube amp.
Yeah,
they're cool. And then their pedals are, you got drive, right?
Yeah.
All if you want an all expression pedal, setup, you can do your wah because they have a wah. They have a volume. They have the expression overdrive.
Yeah.
The tremolo, right?
Yeah.
And then the delay.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you can have all those. That can be an Ernie Ball pedal board too. And then they do straps and cables and picks. That could be a whole Ernie Ball board.
Yeah. And then you could play the Ernie Ball stage at Warped Tour.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. This is one that's like, okay, I would have chosen this one, but I wanted to be like shake it up a little bit. But this would be super bitchin'. Line 6. And I know you could be like, get a spider, dude.
Is that a Valve or is that a Cyber one?
The Bogner one. I think those ones are actually pretty good. The Bogner spiders.
Yeah, we shouldn't talk shit about them.
Really? Yeah. They. I think they Spider Tube or something like that. Whereas like Bogner kind of like did the power amp section or whatever. So it was like Spider like able to change
Spider voice.
Yeah.
Bogner powered.
Something like that. It was actually, I think you're right. You're like laughing as you're getting it out. Yeah. I think it was something like that. And they were like budget price and they weren't too bad. That's from what I've heard. But anyways, I'm going for obviously the Helix.
Yeah.
The Helix floorboard. Going for one, or whatever, the whole Helix, the full on Helix, not the rack mount or the LT. But a Helix. You get the actual shebang there.
Mm-hmm.
And then a Variax, whatever the top of the line Variax is.
Yeah, I want it, whatever it is.
Yeah, I know they do the Shuriken ones, which are like a little bit more, I think, baritone scale, 27. But they're like so much capability with that pairing with a Helix.
Built into the actual guitar.
Yeah, they talk to each other so well that you can change tunings with that on the fly. And you don't even have to...
Dude, you don't even need...
I don't think you need...
Evertune.
I don't think you need to. Because it, like, whatever...
It doesn't matter.
No, because I saw Rabia do it on YouTube, because this is, like, his touring rig when he does, like, this, like, metal covers band that he's in. They sell out shows, so whatever you want to do. They cover pop songs in a metal thing. Anyway, his whole rig is just a Helix with a Shuriken, and I use this. I plug
you would
into
want
one
the tension on your strings, though, right?
Yeah, I think he tunes it to where he feels comfortable, and then he just kind of clicks to his next preset, and then it tunes it for him. So I'm in drop
crazy.
A, I'm in D standard, I'm in this. I mean, it does it for him. It just sounds fine. And then you just get the stereo cabs.
Yeah,
and I know, it's like a budget pedal chap over at Fret Talk. I think he has a Variax, and he raves about it. It's like, oh, you can get so many different sounds out of it, and it's like. You might not need like, I need humbuckers and stuff.
That's crazy that you can go, you can have all that shit, but your iPhone battery does not last you more than a day.
Yeah. But dude, I'm always on the fucking gram.
Yeah.
And I'm on my Spotify, which is, they did the end of the year thing. I listen to a lot of podcasts.
Yeah.
I would say line 6, that would have been a great one to choose, but I think it would have been like, kind of like, easy for me to be like, oh, you like digital stuff, but I'm like, that would be super killer. I'm like, that would be killer. Oh my god, you're done. That's your whole thing.
Ibanez, you can also do Ibanez.
Yeah, all their really cool guitars. Or if you want to go like the more 90s, 80s shredder route, or more like traditional with the Tallmans and stuff like that, you can do those. But you got the delays, you got the Tube Screamers.
Yeah, you have all the 9 series. You have all those.
I know they did like a 30 watt. And 15 watt head and combo and stuff like that.
Didn't they do Tube Screamer heads?
I believe that's what. Yeah,
Tube Screamer amps.
I know I've seen those. I think
like white and green or something.
Ryan from 60 Cycle used that for a while because it's just a clean, basic platform.
Yeah,
tube head, and you're like, oh, cool. And the drive circuit on it is a Tube Screamer. You're like,
sick.
You're like, cool.
Glad that came with it.
I don't need that.
Stack them.
Yeah, stacks.
Stack them high,
SRV style. So that'd be cool. Let's see.
I had one to finish it out, but
sure. What's the last one you got?
You got a Stu Mac, dude. Build your own. Stu Mac brand, dude. Build your own guitars, build your own effects. They got amps there.
Yeah. Okay.
The DIY rig, bro.
Actually, you could also do like Carvin because it's like build your own guitars.
Yeah.
They have like a handful of amps. I think the brand is still around.
I think so.
I thought they ended and then they came back. I don't know. But if you want to go used, you can go used Carvins and used. If we really wanted to be a little lenient, you can go used Kiesel, or you can get Kiesels and then go with the Carvin amps and Carvin pedals and stuff like that.
For a notable, I guess I did do some research and like had some dead ends, but GNL was one of them. I'm like,
really?
Yeah, they have effects.
Yeah, okay.
And they have like 2 or 3 different ones.
Any amps?
No, that's why I was like,
dead end.
Fuck, damn it. That was it.
Yeah. Oh, we mentioned Friedman.
Oh yeah,
really cool amps, really cool pedals. Their guitars are, they're
just like
kind of shitty relics.
Yeah.
Of like,
can you get one that's not a relic?
I'm probably, but I'm like, they're like, what, 15 to $2,000. And I'm just not a huge. I'm like, okay, relics are cool. It's to say they're shitty relics. They're not
a lot
shitty
for
relics. It's just like to be
Fender
like
lookalike.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's not really compared to like Fender Custom Shop, but I'm like, whatever. I've played a couple at NAMM, and there's like some that I liked and some that I didn't like. So to say, I was like, that's probably a guitar that you had to like actually pick up. If you ordered it offline, you're like, it's a gamble.
Yeah, I guess.
But their amps are killer. Their pedals are killer. So, anyways, it was a fun topic. That was cool.
You're welcome.
Okay, so this is one that Mr. Will Lehue brought up in the Facebook group, and I thought it was cool enough. Let's do a topic out of it. So he wrote this: I used to hate these things. 1, Telecasters. 2, Big Muffs. 3, Tube Screamers. 4, Punk Rock. Now, these are 4 of my favorite music-related things. Topic idea: how have your tastes changed, gear or just music in general, since you first became interested? So I'm, interested in gear, interested in music, playing it, whatever. So think back when back when you first started playing and listening to music. Have you changed? What's good, bad, ugly? Is it stay the same?
I mean, even I think on a monthly basis,
really,
I change. I guess like I used to be really reverb focused.
Oh, okay, yeah,
and I still kind of go, oh, still get that big sky, dude. And I'm like, I don't need it. Why would I need that? I have pedals that have like a dial that I'm still like confused on. Like, oh, don't go too far on that one.
That's a danger zone.
Yeah. So I don't know. Definitely. I mean, like I used to be a straight in the amp guy, and now I've done that recently on stage because I knew you were going to bring that up.
Yeah.
So I was forced to.
Somebody forced my hand.
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I was like, it just sounded muddy and different, and
it sounded almost like DI.
Yeah, it just sounded. Yeah, and not that it was a bad amp. It's just that we probably could have dialed it in better because but whatever.
But you got like the time. It's like nope, just need to get this amplified.
Yeah, that's what we were playing. Amplified. It works.
There you go.
There you go. Perfect.
I'm glad the listener really care.
Yeah. So I don't know. I used to be straight in the amp, and now definitely have evolved into trying to make at least sound bigger or better with assisting with amp. But
even just bass, you're noticing the benefits of having pedals, like either a drive, compressor, stuff like that.
It's like another arrow in your quiver. You know what I'm talking about,
people? It's like a mic drop moment for you.
People, it's another arrow in your quiver.
It's a whole nother lever.
It's another knife in your Swiss Army. I don't know.
Yeah.
That was bad.
No, yeah. So even that from the get-go is like you're going from just like, super simple setup to just like, maybe adding pedals here and there.
And I still own all the same gear that I've ever, excluding a few guitars and basses, but amp-wise, I still own everything.
Yeah.
I guess I haven't changed in that area.
What about music-wise? Are you kind of still the same?
Oh, man, I've changed completely.
Yeah. What do you think that is? It's just like
I don't know.
You're a little more open to things now?
I'm still opinionated when it comes. I'm like, ooh, that does not sound good. That sounds like shit. Sometimes, I was looking at the wrapped up, Spotify wrapped up thing. It's like, you listen to 200 new artists this year. I'm like, that's not a lot. If you think about how many artists there are out there, I'm still like very keyhole, but just in a different genre now.
Mm-hmm.
I like cross the fence, grass is greener, and then I'm like, this is me now.
Yeah.
Not going any farther.
I ventured far enough.
Yeah. Whoa there.
I think I did my due diligence has been done.
Yeah, I'm like burning a hole through the playlist I make and just listen to the same songs over.
I listen to songs all the time, the same shit. I have no problem doing that.
Yeah.
I'm like not gun shy about that. I'm just like fucking, start my day, the same song I did yesterday.
Yeah, and with that wrapped up Spotify thing, it still says I listen to like the Flatliners like more. So which says something because I've listened to the shit out of like the electro, like retro wave stuff. but Flatliners are still above. That means I just listen to the shit out of Flatliners.
Yeah, there's just like so much of that same stuff.
I'm like a glacier, you know. I don't move very fast through things, you know. And I'm not just with my taste, but also with my personal, my physical being. Jesus Christ! No, I mean like it's hard to change, I guess.
Yeah,
that was a really bad analogy.
Yeah,
like where's he going?
Slow, I don't know, but slow and low.
But melts in
your mouth.
No, I mean. And I can see myself changing, I guess, but and I guess with this new music I'm listening to, it's a big change from what I used to listen to.
Drastic.
So yes, but now that I'm here, I'm like, bitch, you can't move me.
I'm gonna stay here for a couple decades.
I'm making a home here.
Yeah, I mean, really, to go off that same Spotify thing, I definitely, I think it even reminded me of like, oh, last year your favorite artist was Flatliners, and today, you know, or your artist of the decade is Flatliners. Since I've been listening on Spotify since 2014.
Yeah,
it says that's my favorite artist. I'm like, oh yeah, and even though this last year I've been listening to a lot of anime music, so it's all like J-pop and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of like, you know, Awkwars and Love Live and stuff like that, but also like a lot of stuff like C2A, so it's like instrumental prog, like metal music and stuff like that, but still like one of the biggest things is like punk rock and pop punk and stuff like that. And even pulled up like one of my favorite songs this past year was Wicca Wicca Wild from Will Smith. I'm like, this is fucking embarrassing. I'm not posting this. And so it's like, oh yeah, some of your favorite songs were Will Smith, Love Live, you have the Flatliners, and I'm like, no, this is like
Space Jam theme song.
Everybody get up. It's kind of a jam now. No, it's like
the Men in Black theme song.
Yeah. And I'm like, Jesus, I'm sure the algorithm's like, what the fuck is the matter with this person? And then, yeah, I'm like, what the fuck is my problem? Dude, Wild Wild West is so good. It's such a jam, dude. I mean, I'll fucking buck loose to that. Trains off the tracks, dog. Fuck. Anyway.
Bloodbath McGrath.
Yeah. And so I like unironically listen to like certain things. And then, anyway, so like I think about it now, it's like I used like, okay, say 10 years ago, whatever, when I was really heavy into music, you know, from like a point where I could like pinpoint it, it was like Green Day, Blink. That's what it was my life. I was so into like all these drive-through bands and stuff like that.
Nothing's changed.
I still like those all.
Yeah.
Like all those all. Okay, come on.
Are you Yoda or something?
Yeah. I haven't even been watching The Mandalorian.
He's not in it.
Yeah, anyway.
Calm down.
Tell you easy, man. You're fucking spreading
You're spoiling it.
Fake news over here. I still like all those things, but in addition to, I'm a lot more open to things.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was talking to a friend. I'm like, okay, you know, I'm so much more open to music than I would be. You know, it's like, oh, what, you know, we talked about like, you know, it's like a big standpoint. I was a huge Green Day fan, huge Blink fan. I don't give a shit about either of their new music at all. I'm totally fine with, like, somebody said like, oh, Brian, you know, they were at some like American Music Awards or something like that. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. You see Green Day, they perform, you know, Billy Joe's been with Billie Eilish. I'm like, who give a fuck about that? I don't care.
When you get Billy Joel and Billy Ocean and Billy Idol, then call me.
And I'm like, I don't care. I'm waiting for C2A to put Senpai 3 out. It's an EP about like, he does instrumental prog metal music that sounds like anime. That's his third one that's going to come out to the final one. I'm like, I'm excited about that. I don't give a shit about Green Day, their new album, whatever. And
are his records like concept records or what?
Yes. Okay. He either does ones about space or anime. That's it. Those are his concepts so far. So to me, I'm like, that's super cool. And I talked to a friend. I'm like, this is what I'm listening to now. And it's like, and she's like, what the fuck?
You're living your best life, aren't you?
She's like, what the hell? And she's like, I would have never expected you to listen to this. You were always like, listen to the same Green Day albums. Like, there's 4 you would listen to all day at work. And you listen to this now? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on in the head of yours?
Grow up.
Like, changing time signatures. I'm like, yes, that's sick.
I don't even know what signature he's in, but I love it.
And then it's like,
I'm locked in,
like
baby.
the definitely like, more complex chord structures and stuff like that. You listen to it, like, damn, that's tight. I'm so much more open to that. And so I'm like, I guess it's like really being open to things. And that's like, what Will said. It's like, oh, I didn't like these things before. And so I never hated that stuff. I was just never open to it.
Yeah.
Because I only listened to punk rock and maybe some rock and roll. I'm like, oh, I like Tom Petty and maybe like Bruce Springsteen. That's kind of cool. And that was as far as my like feet stepped. I'm like, okay, listen to some Beatles, whatever. It's like, that's not really a huge jump from pop punk.
Yeah. And I think as I scroll through Instagram and look at things, and I'm more accepting of like odd or like non-traditional looking guitars.
Yeah.
And then I don't mean just the body, but the necks, like, or like the headstocks. I'm like, all right, I see. Because I understand that it's really hard to make.
We fucking just teed off on them before. I think we did an episode. We need to do like a
I'm more accepting of like the ones I'm like, okay, I see what
you tried to do. Yeah. What the whole goal is for this. I don't need to be so judgmental.
But like GNL still is horrible looking.
Yeah.
Make a note.
Yeah, I would say with guitar wise, same thing. The biggest thing when we first started playing with the band, it's like, a bigger change happened in 2011. I know that's when I switched the type of amp that I played. So the type of amp that I played and the setup that I did was a big change in 2011 because I went from playing Mesa Boogie rectifiers through 4x12 cabs, either Mesa cabs or Marshall cabs. Whatever I had was a 4x12 or two 4x12s. So that was my setup, and I would either do that. I would do that, and like I would have a 2-channel rectifier, and the clean channel would be I would turn everything down, and that would be my mute. Because I was playing a rack tuner setup and did wireless, and that was my whole thing. No pedals. I just had a kill switch basically, and I liked it, and we got a lot of miles out of it. But once I switched to like, let me try a Vox, because I think I sold things, traded things, downsized, still kind of kept the dual rectifier half stack at that time, and I was gravitating more towards an AC30, like some Chinese made AC30. It was fine. I got it from a friend, and it was not like like a hand wired kind of deal. But I'm like, it was such a huge difference in playing that. And then I'm like, I've got pedals and kind of used that as a pedal platform, and I was kind of off to the races at that point. And I've like ever since I've been really big on having a pedal board for sounds. I was starting to use delay, modulations, I was big on just, keep it more simple using the amps reverb. But once that kind of shat on me sometimes, I'm like, I'm just gonna use a pedal from now on. And started building from there. And then I was like, totally when I was a kid and, early, like I was 20 years old or whatever, I thought like, pedals are just like compensating for your, I'm like, I did the like, the old man argument, or like everybody does like the guitar old man on social media or whatever. Tone is in your fingers, man. Your pedals are just covering that shit up. No, it's not. It's like everybody's music and
pedals are like the ranch dressing of life.
Yeah, so just douse it in the ranch dressing.
Not douse it. I mean, you got to flutter it around. You got to shake it.
And then you got to leave room for a bunch of ketchup too.
And your croutons. I mean,
and then in your salad. Anyways, so it really like gave me like, okay, have like diving into pedals and effects and stuff like that and seeing where I could use them, and definitely making sure that, there's been times where I've bought effects that I never used because I wanted to try them and see, and I tried shoehorning them into stuff. And I may have been at the point where I bought like a big muff to try and shoehorn it into the band, and whatever. This shit didn't work. And so now I'm definitely a big effects guy, and then to say I'm definitely a big digital guy because I'm using fractals with my live tube amps now. So I'm taking modern, digital stuff and algorithms and stuff like that they do with, classic type of tube amps and stuff like that. But even just closer to where we are now is fuzz pedals. I'm definitely giving those an honest go. I didn't like them. I still am. They're my least.
You're suspicious of them still.
They're my least favorite effect that I can think of at the moment of your basic effects, and I am giving them a go a lot more now and trying to see where I can add them and what maybe even just playing differently and writing differently of riffs and less like kind of like chunky kind of rhythm stuff and more kind of like the band jam or band like gelling with things. And that's what makes fuzz a certain beautiful thing and understanding that. So I think that's why I've changed recently. So like I like say like, okay, like I kind of made the mindset of trying a Big Muff suck dick. I didn't like it. And then even now I'm like, okay, trying a couple pedals here and there. And I haven't been able to, add them into the band, but now I'm kind of getting more of an idea of like where you can use them. So I think that's where I am now. So I hated fuzz and now I am okay with fuzz. I haven't used it yet, but.
So have you changed?
Yeah, completely. I think I've completely changed. Not only with I think I'm just. I don't know if it's like more complacent that I just kind of like whatever.
Do you see yourself evolving more?
I would say. I think we're both doing that, and I think that's the way you should be. And I think you shouldn't be like, oh well, I figured out things now, and I'll never ever ever change. And I'm constantly set in my own ways.
Yeah, because if you say that, I mean, most of the time you just put your foot in your mouth.
Yeah, honestly. But the thing is, we've done that a couple times, just even on this podcast.
But you know what? We own up.
Yeah, I'll eat my hat. I'll
eat my shorts.
Yeah, eat my shorts. But no, I think it's cool. I think that was a fun little topic.
Very cool.
Yeah, kind of reflect, and maybe we'll do. Yeah, it's almost like even like a reflection of the end of the year. But it's like even since we started the podcast, we've both changed a lot. So
definitely,
let's wrap this up here.
All right.
I just want to say thank you for tuning into the Tone Jerks podcast. If you like what you hear, you guys can follow along on social media. We have a Facebook group, and then we also have a Facebook page, YouTube channel. Check all that out. Search the Tone Jerks. We also have an Instagram at the Tone Jerks. Check that out. We're posting cool shit on the reg. But if you guys like what you hear, you guys can leave a review for us on iTunes. Hopefully 5 stars. But if you guys, write something down and iTunes posts it, we will read it on the podcast. And we have a new one today. Yep. Kyle, give it to me.
All right. This one is titled Stop Working and Start Jerking. 5 stars.
I don't want to work. I just want to jerk off my tone all day.
So this is from the my Mr. Joseph O.
I think we know who that is.
Yeah. So it says, Brian and Kyle just get it. Gear podcasts don't have
They're out there getting it. Kyle could get it.
Oh, yeah. He'd get it. Gear podcasts don't have to be about boring stuff that no one is going to buy because a sponsor wants it sold.
Oh, dang. I like that.
Jesus. They can be about buying whatever you want, whether it's cheap, has anime on it, or is made by MXR.
Hell yeah.
The only 2 categories that exist.
MXR anime. Need more waifus. MXR waifu.
Also, this is your one-stop shop for demos of pedals being mixed with the sweet sounds of the Korg Miku.
That's for sure.
If there was one criticism, it is that they don't seem to know the difference between Joe, Joseph, Joey, Joe, and JoJo. Oh, well, I guess we can't all be perfect. If you can think of a better podcast, it would honestly just surprise me. How I Met Your Mother is a really How I Met Your Mother is really a subpar TV show. Jimmy B and Will. So yeah, a little call out to Jimmy B and Will.
He's like Hulk Hogan now. He's like, I'm calling you out. Yeah. WrestleMania.
I can agree with that. How I Met Your Mother is horrible.
Not your jam?
No,
I don't think I've ever really seen it.
It's horrible. Just don't make that shit. Basically,
is it still going? No. Anyway, doesn't matter.
No, bit's over. Bit's over.
Thank you. It's Joseph.
Yeah, Joseph from Like My Pedals. Thank you
for leaving the review. It was a fun one. But if you really like what you hear, you guys can help support us on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. But if you guys double down for $2 a month, you guys get an extra episode every week.
That's pretty dang good, actually.
That's not bad. Just for $2, you actually get a. Then there
if I do say so myself.
Yeah, there are over 100 Patreon episodes.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. Like,
so
it's
if
not
you
like
double down, you get
really do get
double down.
Yeah,
you get double downed, but you don't get the double down.
You get the double decker. You get the upper decker.
Upper decker, top tanked. Bro.
Kyle's gonna give you an upper decker here with a shout out. So for all the Patreon supporters, Kyle's giving you he's got a list. He's gonna read your name out.
All right.
Give it to me. All right.
We have Andrew Walsh, Adam Rohr from the Let Me Hear podcast, Doug King, Doug Gann, and Doug Christ. I wish we had a fancy name for those three. But
Dougie Dougs.
Yeah. That's a Doug Eat Doug world out there.
Yeah, Doug Eat.
Have I done that one before? Probably.
I don't know. Yeah, probably.
But, we're bringing it back.
Hot Dogs?
We're bringing it all back.
Corn Dogs. Corn Dogs with a K.
It's the BMK when it comes to Dougs.
You laugh at us because we're all named the same. I'm laughing at you because you're all, damn it. Something with corn.
It's corny. Abe Newman, Michael Newman, Aaron Taylor, Nicholas Ogburn, Bruce Banana, Colin Smith, Jason Fuzzmonger, Joseph, Will, and RJ from the Just Surprise Me podcast. And that's Joseph from
the Just Surprise Me podcast.
and Like My
Pedals. Yeah.
Jamie Davis, Jim Bowers, Johnny Ray, Nicholas Payson, Kevin Equits from Equits Guitars, Steve Mike, Alvaro Viramontes, Co Schneider from the Flippin' Flippers podcast, Brett Alexander, and Digger from Fatfoot Effects. He's making straps now.
Yeah,
right? That's cool.
According to his Instagram, he's like handmade straps. They look pretty bitchin'. So
that's cool.
I don't know if they're for sale or whatever, but hit his ass up.
He's making them at least.
Hit him up.
Throw a like on that at least on Instagram.
Yeah, give him a like, slide in the DMs. I'm like, yo, give me some of those straps.
Yeah, I want some of that action. Strap action. Brian from Nutter Guitars, Leon from Pelican Noiseworks, Clark Griswold, Sean Fahey, Sean Arbo from Gun Street Wiring Shop, and Sean Wright from Lollygagger Effects.
There you go, the Seans. But
yeah, we got a new one actually.
Hold on.
Oh,
where's the? Do you have the rum? Because I think I need to add it to my Miller Lite.
Oh yeah, it'd be par for the course here. We got a new one. This is Steve Rao
from 60 Second.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Friend of the show, good buddy of ours.
Yeah, lives right down the street.
Yeah, definitely appreciate the support.
Thank you.
His support, everyone's support, your support for listening.
My insubordination.
Your insubordination. You're fired for insubordination. Dude, you're drinking on the cast. So you're drinking on the job. You're fired.
All right.
All right. See you next time.
All right, bye.